Welcome to Course 4, Foundation, Certified Supply Chain Professional, CSCP, course, by SPAO Academy. Topic 2. Global Supply Chain Networks. Section 1. Supply Chain Design Principles. Lesson 1. Supply Chain Design Principles. Lesson Introduction. Welcome to the world of supply chain design. Before a product ever reaches your hands, someone had to decide where it would be made, how it would be stored, and how it would travel to you. In this lesson, we will explore the foundational blueprint of a supply chain. We will define what supply chain design is and introduce the core principles that guide managers in building efficient, responsive, and resilient networks. 1. What is supply chain design? Imagine you are an architect building a house. You wouldn't start by painting the walls, you would start with a blueprint. You decide how many rooms there will be, where the kitchen goes, and where the doors and windows are located. Supply chain design is exactly that, the strategic blueprint of a company's supply chain. It involves making high-level, long-term decisions about the structure and shape of the supply chain. These decisions are difficult and expensive to change once they are made, so getting the design right is crucial. It answers fundamental questions like, how many factories should we have, and where should they be located? Should we own our own trucks and warehouses, or should we partner with logistics companies? Which parts of the product should we make ourselves, and which should we buy from suppliers? 2. Core Supply Chain Design Principles. To build a successful supply chain, companies follow several key principles. Let's break down the most important ones for a beginner. Principle 1. The customer is the starting point. The idea: a supply chain doesn't exist just to make products, it exists to serve customers. The entire design process must begin with a clear understanding of what the customer values. In practice, do customers want the absolute lowest price, like at a discount supermarket, or do they want the newest, most innovative product immediately, like a new smartphone? A supply chain designed for rock-bottom prices will look very different from one designed for speed and innovation. Principle 2. The efficiency versus responsiveness trade-off. The idea: this is one of the most fundamental concepts in supply chain design. A supply chain cannot be the absolute best at everything. You must choose a strategic position on a spectrum. Efficient supply chains focus on cost reduction. They minimize inventory, run factories at full capacity, and use the cheapest modes of transport, like sea freight. They work best for predictable products with stable demand, e.g., basic household items like paper towels. Responsive supply chains focus on speed and flexibility. They hold extra inventory, safety stock, build in production flexibility, and use fast transport, like air freight. They are designed for unpredictable demand or trendy products, e.g., fast fashion or new electronics. Principle 3. Integration and coordination. The idea: a supply chain is a series of linked steps. A design must ensure that all these steps work together smoothly. This means breaking down silos between different departments, like sales, marketing, and logistics. In practice, if marketing runs a big promotion, they must tell operations before it happens. Otherwise, the supply chain might run out of stock, if it was designed for normal demand, or be stuck with too much inventory afterward. Principle 4. Agility and adaptability. The idea: the world is unpredictable. A good supply chain design is not just a static plan, it must be resilient enough to handle disruptions. In practice, this means building in buffers. This could be having multiple suppliers in different geographic regions, so a flood in one country doesn't stop production, holding strategic safety stock, or designing flexible factories that can switch to making different products quickly if needed. Lesson summary. In this first lesson, we learned that supply chain design is the high-level, strategic blueprint for how a company sources, makes, and delivers its products. We explored 3 core principles that guide this process. Start with the customer. The design must reflect what the customer truly values. Understand the efficiency versus responsiveness trade-off. You cannot be the cheapest and the fastest at the same time, you must choose a strategic focus. Build for integration and agility. A well-designed supply chain coordinates all its parts and builds in buffers to withstand unexpected shocks. In the next lesson, we will dive deeper into the specific factors that influence where a company decides to locate its facilities around the globe. I really appreciate you spending your time with me today. If you want to learn more, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Your like means the world to us and helps this channel grow so we can continue bringing you great content. Thanks again, and see you on the next video.